It is a woman who will do anything to become more beautiful, no matter how expensive, how painful, or how time-consuming. And I must tell you, I could not be happier. Anyway, my mother, the former Miss Alabama, said, Vivian Allen, never take beauty into your own hands. There were spas, salons, and beauty parlors ready and waiting to take care of your beauty needs. But one day I was reading the Cosmo on the sex tips page, and there was an article about how to shave your pubic hair into the shape of a heart to turn on your man for Valentine's Day. And I attempted this pubic topiary at my own house because I am from Alabama and I'm kind of stupid. So anyway, I'm going to move this. No, I'll just leave it. So anyway, I get out my track too, and this is like Martha Stewart. You can't do these beauty projects at home without Martha and her staff of trained assistants to help you out. So I'm hacking away at my bush, and before I know it, my little heart's coming out kind of lopsided, so I decided to go for a diamond. And the diamond's not working out so well. I decided to go for the ace of spades. And that doesn't work out, and before you know it, there's a bald eagle where my proud beaver had been just moments before. I look like I'm 6 years old, which is not attractive, even in Alabama. And when it starts growing out, you're talking about an itch you can't scratch in public. I'm walking around like I won the rodeo and don't have the belt buckle to show for it. Which brings me to my mama, the former Miss Alabama's second rule of beauty, which is Vivian Allen, which is my Alabama double name. She said, Vivian Allen, there is no crime in beauty. And with beauty mistakes like this, it only makes sense that I would have to sign up for Yahoo Personals, which is free, and it's good for librarians that have no dates, like me. And anyway, they matched me up with a bunch of 20-year-olds that would have been great if I had a daughter to fix them up with, and a transvestite who was swinging on a little something extra that I didn't want. And the third was a girl in her wedding dress standing next to her groom, and I couldn't understand why she didn't Photoshop him out first before she posted the picture online. But the best Yahoo match, and I didn't make this one up, is Yahoo matched me with me. Not just once, but twice. Apparently I am my own best girlfriend, which says table for one for the rest of your life. But that didn't stop me from trying to date. I went on speed dating, which is not dating on crystal meth like some people think. You get like 5 or 10 minutes, and you talk to as many people as possible, and they ring a little bell, and you move on to the next person, like gay men do. And you just... But for lesbians, it's the perfect amount of time to meet, get to know each other a little bit, have a little sex, play a little softball, get in a big fight, have your first couples therapy, and still rent the U-Haul right before that bell goes off. It's totally perfect. But I just wanted to tell you something else, that I have sleep apnea, which means I snore really, really loud. And it's funny that laugh and the world laughs with you, and snore and you sleep alone. And I saw the sleep specialist, and she gives me this mask to wear to sleep with, and it's connected to a 6-foot hose that goes to this bedside table machine that makes me snoreless, which is awesome. And it's great for foreplay because you put on the mask, and then you have to say this: "No, I'm your father. Stick it in the dark side for me." It works like a charm. And every day I find myself becoming more and more like my mother, the former Miss Alabama. I walk like her, I talk like her. I say things like, "Stop touching that, it's not a toy." Because I said so, and if you keep that up, I'm going to give you a spanking. The spanking thing kind of works, so I'm going to keep that in the vocabulary. So, anyway, and how many people are on Facebook? Probably everybody. And it's like all these people from high school that you didn't even talk to want to be your friends, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, you know, it's like, and just because I sleep with you doesn't mean I'll friend you, and vice versa. And anyway, and my rule of Facebook is anything under 100 friends is loser. Anything over 1,000 is whore. So I'm just saying. And those bills, fish bill, farm bill, gangsta bill, those are vile. And don't send me an extra helping of chocolate cake if you can't really eat it. I don't want it. And all those things, which I'm trying to think of because we're on TV right now. Anyway, I'll just go on to another joke. So, I think they should have like tip jars everywhere, especially at the library where I work. And it's like, recommend a good book, you tip me. Help your kid with this homework that's due tomorrow, you tip me. Catch you looking at chicks with dicks on the internet, you better tip me or I'm calling you out. And the thing that grosses me out the most at the library is people that come in and want a live berry card. There are blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and even snozberries, but there are no fucking live berries. I am not a librarian. And you can have a library card when you can say library card. And that's the truth. And I would like to do a poem that I wrote myself, because who else would write this shit? It's called Underpants, and I'm going to do it because lesbians love poetry, as Mindy Dawn showed you. There's nothing wrong with wearing a thong or a string, if that's your thing. Those bikinis are oh so teeny. Victoria's Secret is not for me. I wear panties, day granny. Down to my knees, up to my waist. Granny panties don't move any place. They come in colors, not just white. Staying put, both day and night. I'm not hip, but I don't care. I don't start rumors in my underwear. That was my underwear point. So I'm going to move on to... Thank you. A joke about somebody that doesn't wear any underpants at all, and that's Barbie. And Barbie's got such great stuff, like pink convertible, the little townhouse with the elevator, and the hot tub, and all that stuff, but she doesn't have a job. And you want to know why? She doesn't need a job, because her feet will bend all the way back over her head. So I signed up for yoga lessons down at the Y. It took me 6 months to get a pink convertible, but I have one right now. And I love to read romance novels, the kind with Fabio on the cover and he's kissing some chick in a long dress, and the inside goes kind of like this. Miranda's bosom heaved while Sir Steve's manhood strained against his deerskin breeches. And they kissed, and fireworks happened for about 5 minutes and 5 pages. And I was thinking my virginity losing was going to be just like this. And the only thing even in straining was my drunk-ass redneck boyfriend throwing up his Waffle House dinner on the side of his pickup truck. And the other thing I love to read is the warning labels. And my favorite is the warning label on a plastic bag, which says this bag is not a toy. And that's like, I've gotten a lot of crappy Christmas presents, but I've never gotten a plastic bag. But we could play my favorite game, which is called Smother Your Brother. But that would have only happened one time. Okay, 2 times because my brothers are twins. And the last thing I wanted to tell you that's really personal, but it's okay because we are on TV, that my therapist came tonight in case I had a comedy crisis and had to jump off the roof of Eddie's, and she could talk me down off the roof. Like, she just does it really well. And anyway, the reason my therapist came tonight is because it was time for her to pay to see me for a change. So I'm Vivian Alford.